Hi everyone, it's Danielle here, creator of and believer in the Comms Effect. I asked you all at the end of the year what topics you wanted to hear more from me about in 2020. And one of the common pieces of feedback I received was more content around branding tips, and just how to best build your brand overall. So this video is for you, and I sincerely look forward to developing more content for you this year that's going to help you better build your brand. One of the common misconceptions I've learned over the last few months in working with some phenomenal women who have taken on the role of entrepreneurship and in helping them establish their brand's identity is what a brand is really all about. Going back to earlier this week even, I had a call with a client who told me that she had a conversation with her sister, and she was talking to her sister about having this consultation call with me, and her sister says, I thought a brand was just a logo. A logo is a physical representation of your company. And to simplify that even more, let's put it in the context of an individual. Let's say you were invited to a huge gala or fundraising event or a huge party where there were going to be a lot of celebrity names there. You were going to invest quite a bit of time, energy, and money into coming up with the perfect look for yourself. And you want to look your best, and you want it to represent who you are as an individual, and you want that to come across to people who you see in the room. And that is what a logo is. It is a visual representation of who you are as a company. So while that's a key ingredient to your brand, it's not the end-all be-all. What's just as equally important, and I would argue to say if not more important, is your core messaging. Your core messaging is the foundation of your brand. It's what's inside. So going back to that individual of you, people see you on what you look like on the exterior, but do they know who you are inside? Do they know your values, your character, your mission, who you stand for, where you're trying to go, what purpose you're serving in life, and what purpose you're going to be serving for your clients if you own a business, right? There are a number of steps to help you establish your core messaging, and that is what helps set the stage for your company to thrive and build meaningful relationships with your customers. One of those key messaging points is knowing what your brand personality is. And I'm excited to announce that I just launched my brand personality quiz. It's available on my website. And these archetypes are universal symbols that were created by a psychologist by the name of Carl Jung, and they help humanize you as an individual and identify who you are in terms of character traits and how you like to be interacted with, and just the personality that comes through you as an individual. They're universal symbols because you can identify a brand archetype in a movie, a character in a book, and it's widely used across businesses and rebranding efforts. And what I've learned, having gone through and managed 3 rebranding efforts for companies, I'm currently in the middle of one, is that when you can anchor your brand to an archetype, you give your brand meaning, you give your brand life, and you allow people to better understand you as an individual so that they can better relate to you. And that's what it's all about when you're building a brand and trying to establish meaningful relationships with people. It's about the human element and connecting human to human. So if you haven't done so already, if you haven't pressed pause or stopped this video, I encourage you as an entrepreneur to go to my website, take the quiz, and discover what your brand's personality is.